You're listening to T.U.M.G.S Radio, and this is Mangaloo, or Casey, or Labnack and Mangaloo Cosplays, all those things. And you can find my stuff at Labnack and Mangaloo Cosplays on Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, and Twitter. Check my stuff out.
Please don't fear me, because I know what I want. Please deliver me that soft part of your soul that makes you freeze time. Staring in at yourself, it's time to step outside onto the path you once made. Let me so I can find all your tears. I can mend you so you can function again. I was where you are in oblivion. I know you feel alone. You got to ask yourself where you are now. It's where you are now. It's where you are now.
Their codename is the Dogs of War. They're a United States government black operations unit that has only one mission and one reason to be called. That only reason they have to be called is to attack and kill beyond human threats that have been judged that it has to be stopped dead at any cost. They've been training for a very long time for this day. The American government was terrified of possible rogue beyond human activities on a large power scale. This team is the government's fears put into flesh. The Dogs of War are a team created to protect the United States from country-sized threats, and they are there to be at the ready if that threat would someday come from within their own ranks. Hello, Pulpy. In a way, the US government sees Pulpy as a stopgap measure until they can create weapons they want to act like weapons. He follows orders fine, like a good soldier, but total free will really isn't ever a part of the strategy a military wants to be part of. There may be nothing more dangerous to the transparency of freedom than a government floating in fear of the future. The US government's first attempt at creating a human weapon went mad and escaped. They could always try to capture him, but right now they're fine with him being out of sight and out of their hair. Though to be honest, most hope that he will somehow just disappear because they fear the day they will have to confront him and try to bring him in. Most are planning on asking for that day off. Pulpy joined the military so he wouldn't be considered a vigilante, and the government secretly laughs at his Boy Scout ethics and how easily they can manipulate him. His nickname in Black Ops circles is the Big Youth Nazi. A leak to a journalist caused a best-selling book, titled Big Youth Nazi, to hit bookstores everywhere, that described him as such, and now that nickname is used by most people who don't care for him. Even the Pulpy the Animated series is largely mocked as a propaganda tool to America's youth. The code to release the Dogs of War is "This is Armageddon." That code rang through an underground base, setting into sight 12 soldiers who ran from their living quarters into a briefing room, which for the most part had been used for training only. All 12 stood nude at attention since the code first rang out. All of them in front of a huge monitor for over an hour waiting for orders. No clothing, no identities, besides those provided in tattoos on their backs. And all that to help create a better fighting machine. At least, that's the theory. The screen finally powered up, phased on, filled with screen snow, and then nothing but a code number displayed. 51222B flashed on the screen, a way for them to know who in the government was contacting them. A voice came out from the screen speakers, a distorted, mechanically altered voice. A crisis object has struck off the coast of Florida. It is causing untold amounts of damage and loss of life. You are to use your training to track down the object through the chaos, find it, and eliminate it. The leader of the dogs stepped forward from the ranks and spoke. "What about the allowed, sir? Nightbook is still off the radar and Pulpy has been properly distracted. This is a chance to test your mettle, men. Our chance to stand without the help of outsiders."
Give a listen to the podcast series Brain Leakage as we live podcast every single episode of Doctor Who from An Unearthly Child on. Yes, today is a set point in time. You can't change that. Not even a Time Lord could. Brain Leakage on T.U.M.G.S Radio.
Civil Defense has issued the following message.
People, breaking news here. The Beyond Human terrorist Anchor was at it again. He just will not leave those poor outdoor adventurers alone. Yesterday, he forcefully and with force strangled a top private citizen reframing camp executive at a very public press conference. The public was there. Everyone saw it. I know most of the time we tell you don't believe your eyes, but you saw this with your eyes. Believe what you see. This time. Next time, go back to normal reality viewing. No further news today as everyone here is in forced mourning. It's mandatory for everyone but the janitors. They've been reframed. This has been an important official independent breaking news alert. We are sponsored by him and her. Breaking news is voiced by Brittany Wood, and she would like everyone to know this is getting a little weird, but at least this one was short. Breaking news is written by and edited by Lactose Love.
This is an emergency action notification.